Hey everybody, it's your girl Lotus J, and we live at the Vibe, HighVibe Media Marketing Group, and this is our Tuesday show, The Black of the Berry. Yeah, The Black of the Berry, that's the OG, the original show of HighVibe, so we're very proud of the show. We got two homies today. We don't know where homie number three is. Is homie number three gonna come?
Did she call and say she wasn't coming?
I've heard nothing.
Well, she better be here.
She better be here.
Or are we gonna be looking for a replacement?
Uh-oh. Drop a message right now if you want to be, what would that be, our call in?
Huh? What you mean?
On call. On call.
Nah,
on call. You gonna replace her?
Yes.
She don't show up. This y'all time. You better
hey,
drop a message and
no
let us
call,
know.
No call, no show. You can't get away with
No
that.
call, no show. You out.
I can't hear myself.
I can't hear you either. I can't hear. What's wrong with the?
I can hear, but I can't hear.
I can hear out there, but not in here.
Right.
I kind of feel like I just heard you say right again.
Because I said it. Because I said it.
It was nothing extra.
I just said it right.
Now I hear it a little bit.
I don't hear nothing. You plugged in under there?
Yeah, but I don't know how to do all of this.
Test. I hear it now. I hear it now.
So are we not
I hear you now.
in the mics good enough? So that means this must be down too much because
Need to turn the gain up.
yeah, because I'm always kind of loud, I think.
Brian, can you turn the gain up?
Come on in, homie. All right, y'all.
Test. I hear
you know
something
how
now.
we do it. We just kick it at the Black of the Berry because we family, so that's how we roll. And then we get into our heated conversations, but it's just between the family, and we just let y'all in. So when you hear all of this nonsense, gibberish, we just letting y'all in on our conversations. What was Frank saying? Didn't he post something? Yeah.
Already?
Yeah. What'd he say? Without me having a... Oh, my goodness. Kid said he want that seat. She don't show up, kid. We might be holding auditions. Kid, you might have to come hang out with us in the studio one night. What you think about that? Drop a message so I know you hear us. All right. So anyway, let's
So I
go.
didn't even see it. I didn't see nothing about that.
Do you see it now?
Yeah, I see it.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So let me see. Anything?
Wow.
I don't think we have anything really different over the weekend, did we?
This weekend?
Yeah. Nothing that we really got to go through all of that over, huh?
I know we had a good time.
We had a great... Wait, I really got to show love to Retro Fridays, though, for real.
You gotta shout that out.
Retro Fridays is off the chain. Like, I'm like...
Ain't nobody touching that, right?
I'm like
Hey.
in awe of Retro Fridays. Like, I just be standing there looking at everybody and just thinking... And what's crazy...
I want to see you, your mama, and your grandmama out
at the same time.
I
Hey,
don't
they
care.
can. They can
Some
with
people,
Retro Fridays.
some people got a problem with the older people. But man, please
I
bring
like
your
it.
grandmama on out.
Let her get jiggy with it.
Your grandmama can come out and hang with us. Trust me.
At Brick House.
I'll chill with her.
Ain't many can come to Retro Fridays at Brick House Lounge. We gonna let her in.
Yeah, it's cool.
All right, so let me tell y'all
Romeo
what
be
Retro
putting it
Fridays.
down on Retro Fridays.
Retro Fridays is our new Friday night entertainment at the house, Brick House Lounge in Arlington. So it's just straight throwback. I don't even think he played nothing that hit the 2000s. He might have, but I really don't think so. If
Couldn't
it was,
tell.
it was just a couple songs.
You couldn't
but
tell?
Nah, he put it down. Shout out to DJ Romeo. And then Freeze always follows right back up on Saturdays with the same kind of vibe. We kind of locked in on that little vibe now.
Was that the... Okay, I ain't want to go too far. Was that the Maze crowd that came for there like they getting off the subway or something?
Off the subway. Off the subway.
We weren't expecting it.
Oh, you mean like we just got this big wave
Yeah.
of people? I don't know though.
Oh.
Cause the Maze show was an all white party.
You
And
didn't
it
see
wasn't a
of people
whole
in
lot
line?
of Cause I was looking for that. But our Saturdays be pretty tight though. She coming in here and she loud. She late and loud.
LL.
Who does that?
LL.
Who does that?
Late and loud. LL Solar.
Hey, how are you?
Sorry,
you wanna,
kid. She showed up.
Now you wanna whisper.
Sorry, kid. She showed up. You can't sneak in here. We'd already busted you out right when the show started.
Yeah, just like black folks.
Well, you know, you weren't here.
But I'm here now.
I think. Why can't I? Oh.
So, who we got this Friday and Saturday? Soulful Sounds is there?
Friday.
Hey!
Marcus, we'll see you Friday.
Kids said they in there on Friday it's going down. All right, well, come hang out with us then. And then
Kia Vim
Saturday is Kia Vim featuring
with Sean G and Roxy Lynn this week.
That's going to be a mad show.
I
don't think I've ever heard those two perform together.
I did.
Did they do?
They did. They
Mars and
were
Venus?
with Intense last.
Not Roxy Lynn.
Roxy and Sean was last Saturday, I think.
So it's the same two artists with a different band.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Sunday is Ladies' Night, the first ever Sunday Ladies' Night.
Oh yes, it's Ladies' Night.
Ladies all night free.
Oh wow.
All night free.
That's something different.
Reverse happy
We're
hour.
gonna tax the dudes though.
Well, yeah, we ain't taxing.
I always tax the brothers.
They
If
gotta pay.
the ladies come, the dudes don't care. They'll pay.
You sure right.
I kind of sometimes be wondering. I don't know. I guess so. Ladies' Night. What's the name of it? It's Sundays on the Bay. I kind of like that.
DJ Bay. Got some $3 specials
DJ
that start
Bay.
at 9 o'clock.
We got reverse happy hour for the ladies. Some
Come on, we ain't dragging this out tonight.
special drinks.
You ready? Can you put your headphones on so we can start?
Oh my goodness! Is he antsy or
He's
what?
on one.
All right, so let me give, while she's getting ready, I'll give you the weekly shows. Every Monday on HighVibe, we have Straight from the Hip from 8:30 until 10 o'clock. Tuesday's show is The Black of the Berry. Wednesdays is Sports Rehab at 8:30. And that's going to be moving to a different day, so y'all stay tuned for that. And then Wednesdays coming back October 1st will be the live show, The Teen Scene. So we'll give you more details as we get closer to that. Thursdays, we have A Man's Point of View from 9 until 11. That's also a live show at HighVibe. See, I did my notes, so I don't have to strain and stress and all that stuff.
And your glasses look really nice.
Do they? I can't wait till I can take them off. When I put this paper down, I'm taking them off. Just that fast.
They make bifocal contacts now.
I don't need my
Just for the record.
I don't need my
Because your eyes look pretty big right now.
No, they don't.
Dang, G. You finished the announcement. You want to know why he knows about bifocal contacts? Because he wears them.
Let me ask you
I
something.
just wear glasses.
Are you over 40? It's time out for being cute. You need to see.
Why would you ask her that on the show? What's
No,
wrong
but I'm
with you?
saying, people get to a certain age and they still trying to be cute. You need to see.
Why I can't be cute and oh?
And you can be cute and see. I mean, stop trying to be just cute.
Well, see,
But-
the story with readers are, you can't see if you ain't reading. I can't see with these glasses unless I'm just looking at paper.
So you need the glasses with the line. Is that what you're saying?
That has the little extra square at the bottom.
The
Yes.
Ben Frank. She need the Ben Franklin specials.
I got some slick ones too. I just got
What we talking about on Man's Point of View Thursday?
the love language. What is your
Do you
love
know your
language?
love language, Solar?
Mine's is not
Do you
even
know the
in
five?
the lineup.
Do you know what they are?
I used to, but I can't think
You
of
know
them
them,
right
G?
now. What are the 5?
I got them right here.
Let's say, what is it?
I used to know them.
Here they are. Words of affirmation.
Mhm.
You know what that is, right?
Of course, I know what affirmations are.
Oh, I love you. You're just so sweet to me. Blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Physical
I know, right?
touch.
Why are you giving the 5 love languages?
Because y'all don't know 'em. Physical touch.
Okay.
Receiving gifts. Yeah.
That's yours.
Nah, I'm just saying that's a good one.
That ain't yours though. Let me see. What is-
Quality time.
I analyzed all,
Watching
all of
watching
y'all.
movies and stuff. That's one. Like just spending time together in the park, all that kind
Yeah,
of
you
crap.
got it. Look.
You can get all
Look,
these together though.
Spend time. Just spend time.
Okay, words of encouragement, acts of service. You know, that's going to the cleaners for you, serving your food, all that.
Okay.
That's the maid type stuff.
Maid?
No, submissive.
Oh my
No,
God.
I mean, no, that's what I mean. Maids.
Oh my God.
Hold up.
Yeah,
That's what I
fix
mean.
that.
Maids do things.
Nah,
So-
you can't fix that.
You can't.
If a maid come in your house, you think she just gonna talk the stuff clean? No, she got to do stuff.
There's a difference between.
Wow.
I'm saying
your
they're acts
companion.
of service. That's what I'm saying.
So did you give us all of them?
Words of encouragement, acts of service, quality time, physical touch, and gift giving. The sugar daddy is number 5. Gift giving. And sugar mama.
Well,
I wonder if they can hear us.
I analyzed
Of course they can.
all 4 of y'all to Derek.
4.
Well, 'cause that's the
Oh,
topic
the
on the
men.
man's point of view.
Yeah.
So it's Frank, Derek, Andre, and Daryl. So today I was talking to Derek, and I analyzed all 4 of them and put them all in their categories.
You're going to be wrong on me.
No, I'm not.
So
'Cause
you-
I'm a-
You ain't even on the paper.
So
That's how you go. That's why I thought you was going to be wrong. I'm going to relieve myself. Thursday, I'm
you
opening
gonna
up.
step down.
I'm
What?
opening up.
You gonna open up?
Yeah. Y'all going to learn the real me Thursday night.
Oh
Come
my
out.
God, there's gonna be a
Come out.
million people in there.
Record.
Nah, ain't
Trying
nobody
to
coming.
find out
You already know.
Record
what do
it.
we do
so
to
we can
get
play
this
it back.
dude here.
Come on, where we at?
Well, you was talking about a man's point of view.
Oh, okay.
You might as well finish
What else?
it. That's this
Thursday
Thursday
at
at
9.
9 o'clock.
What else?
Before that, we have Bring It to the Mic.
Right?
Okay, well, that's it.
What's
They
Bring It
doing
to
a
the
little
Mic?
concert this Thursday.
What's Bring It to the Mic? It's like,
They
it's
do
like, it's
open
an
mic,
artistic.
poetry,
Yeah.
music. They do everything.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we are.
We watching it.
You always come in here messing stuff up thinking you fix it. Let me tell y'all about our producer.
Is everything working now, sir?
Who think I can't
Cause we've
do
been
nothing.
watching the show for. Is the sound good?
Yes. Who think I can't do nothing right.
Y'all
We sitting here
two
watching
are
it.
known for blasting people.
We just talking.
Facebook is streaming right now.
You ain't watching it.
We watching it, and they watching us.
Push play.
And they.
Turn it up. Let's see. Let's just hear.
And they're like,
I know it's
did
bootleg,
they
but it's
really
okay.
just stop in the
There it
middle
is.
of the
Yeah, we even
announcement?
hearing you telling us we not watching it.
watching us.
That would be Facebook. He's just so determined for me not to know
All right.
what I'm doing.
You just messed up our show, Mr. Producer.
All right, so that is Thursday. That's it. So I don't have nothing else that I want
Yeah.
to announce off of this. Let me do our special announcement. We have a couple of special things coming up.
Sponsors.
Our sponsor tonight is you give us sponsors. Jet Relays, which is a track festival, track and soul fest coming up in March. So Jet Relays is our sponsor for tonight. Jibby Couture. Jibby makes most of my clothes that I wear to Brick House Arlington. We also have Best, what is the name of it? Hold on.
Southern Best Catering.
Southern Best Catering.
Oh, I see them all over Insta.
And Southern Best Catering. She be marketing
That's
her.
Felicia.
And then I have one more.
If you want to be a sponsor, just inbox us, and we'll send you some shout outs.
We'll send you shout outs. We'll put your name up on the screen.
2.3 million listeners every Tuesday.
And we'll hear your business.
That's right.
Yes, so y'all sponsor the Black of the Berry. Get at us if you're interested. Inbox either one of the three of us. Okay, what else we got going on? Oh, special announcement. So on September 27th, we're doing a listening party for Zion Iman at Brick House Lounge. We would love for you guys to come out. New artist who has a lot to say. Very conscious young brother, so come support that. Free event. And then on September 30th, from 2 until 7, we have our basement day party. We did a basement party in the summer, and it was so fun. So we're doing another one as a Saturday day party, but this is actually a fundraiser for the flood victims. So, and we're also and this is all HighVibe and Brick House together. And we're also collecting water for flood victims. So please
Or
come.
Gatorade.
And Gatorade. Drop it off at Brick House in Arlington. The address is 2525 East Arkansas Lane. Anytime between 5 and 10, Wednesday through Sunday. So please support that because we always want to be a part of giving back to the community.
Yep.
All right, that's all I got. Let's roll.
All right, I got you. Got your
Let's roll.
theme music today.
Start with Solar because I've been talking for a minute.
She ain't ready.
She ready. Yes, she is.
You ready, Solar?
Yes, I'm ready.
See,
All right.
I know.
Now I gotta find her
music.
music. Now I gotta find her music.
You didn't already have her music. So
Hold
you,
on.
was-
I
you
got
was-
it.
You was locked
I
and
got-
loaded
I-
for me.
I got it. I got Solar right here. I just had to find it.
He
Okay,
got
you
like
ready,
40
Solar?
screens up. Yes,
ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Hey, what song is this? What song? No, what song? What remake is this? Can you hear that in there?
I do hear that remix, but I don't know.
Oh my God! You know I know
Y'all
it.
about to get a history lesson today.
Oh, I know this song.
With your permission.
Yes.
That's a remake. Y'all
Oh,
don't
and
even know
I love
that.
that song. That song means
I
something
did
too.
know that. So that's the original?
They sampled that. From the soundtrack.
I love that.
What song is this soundtrack
I
on?
have no idea.
Loaded. Anybody out there in Facebook land? What?
Frank can get it or Rod. I think
V?
it's
It sound
What
like something
song
think
is
this
this?
is,
What song is this
sound like
soundtrack?
something from the 70s.
Oh, what movie?
and I know all of this.
Hey, I need your card. I need your card.
I'm
I
not
need your
giving up
card.
mine. No.
I ain't giving up my
Turn
card
it. Turn in your
because-
black card until you do
No.
something else to get it back. 'Cause
The Mac.
the Mac.
Oh, is that?
I was just trying to let
That's the
somebody
Mac.
else get it, to be
That's
honest
the
with
Mac.
you. I was
From
just
the
trying
Mac.
to let y'all get it. So, because I ain't giving
the
up
Mac.
my black card.
I ain't giving up mine
It
either.
was
One more.
close.
One
That's
more
not
It was
infraction.
close.
That's not even in my era.
So it ain't in none of our era.
And
So that's
you reading
not-
stuff from 1790. And this was like at least the 70s, I think.
Well, as a matter of fact, this is from 1993 to 94.
Got it.
Thank you
What
very
you
much.
got?
All right, so
Well, it
I
ain't
have,
history then.
This is history.
Oh, okay, come on.
I have a lady by the name of, well, let me just say she's the first African American and the second woman to serve as the United States Surgeon General. And she served for 15 months.
What happened?
I don't know what happened.
You did 15
didn't-
months? I know that ain't no term.
She served for 15 months, and it was from 93 to 94. And her name is Minnie Jocelyn Lee Elders.
I need to find out what happened to Minnie.
We'll find out later.
Miss Minnie.
That
Yeah,
don't cross your
Miss
mind
Minnie.
when you're doing your research.
Yes, it
Like, why she
does.
only served 15 months?
I don't know. We got to first we need to figure out.
You did that on the elevator, didn't you?
First, I didn't ride the elevator. I took the stairs.
You did it coming
But
up.
No,
first,
she did not.
But first, we need to find out how many. What is the term length for the U.S. Surgeon General?
Right.
So we need to find that out first, because it may just be. It may be 2 years. I don't know. But
Well, that's 24.
yeah,
So
yeah. So we'll find that out later. But Minnie Jocelyn Elders, she was the first woman, the first black woman, and the second woman to serve in that position.
only the second woman and the first black woman.
Yes.
Surgeon General. That's the one that says smoking is bad for you.
I got to
And
do it
that
this
type
way
of stuff.
so y'all don't be cheating. Trying to see.
We don't cheat.
We ain't never
Oh,
looked
y'all
over there,
cheat.
Lois.
We
You-
have
you-
integrity.
Yeah, right. Not up
What's
in
her
here.
name again? Minnie what?
Minnie Jocelyn Lee Elders.
She got many names, too.
I know.
Minnie Jocelyn Lee Elder.
Elders.
All right. Got
Aunt
you.
Minnie. What's up, Aunt Minnie? I know you tuning in tonight. How you doing?
You ready, Lotus?
I'm ready. Are you finished?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
finished.
She read a meme.
I'm not even going
That's because I want to.
You ready,
put my
Lotus?
glasses on. Yeah.
I got you.
Brothers and sisters,
This is a jam right here.
I don't know what
They
this
dropping
world is
knowledge.
coming to.
The rhythm.
The Rebel.
Rebel without a pause.
I'm probably going to
Yeah.
get Facebook jail today.
No.
I'm getting jailed today.
Well, you good. We don't need it no more until Friday.
No, we need it Thursday.
No, we're going to use Brian's. He's going to upload it directly to the thing.
Cool.
We can do it directly to yours.
Who is that? Who is that, Solo?
I don't know who that is.
Oh my God! Can we kick off the show, please?
Oh, come on, Sam.
Because I don't know who
Just
that
think.
is.
Now, who is it? Come on. Come on.
Man,
I want you
come
to
on.
get it.
Come on, Lotus. Enough is enough, Lotus.
Something with like public.
Oh God!
Come on.
I'm thinking.
Public announcement.
No. No. I don't know.
Public enemy. Public.
Wow.
Public enemy,
No,
but
you wasn't.
I was thinking enemy, but I
Why?
wasn't sure.
Didn't you say it?
This is
I
your.
wasn't
This
sure
is the
if that was
last.
the second part.
This is the last supper for you.
Wait,
No.
no. Y'all are asking me about music that's, for one, not in my era. For two, I'm not even a music guru like that.
Okay.
All right.
We're going to let it roll.
So, and y'all know that from the last show that we did on music. On hip hop.
All right. We ready, Lotus.
Oh, you wasn't here. I'm sorry. You wasn't here that day.
So why he trying to talk about
I ain't missed
Jay?
the. I ain't missed the
Right.
show in 3 months, so I don't know what y'all talking about.
That's-
Go ahead, Lotus.
That's a lie.
3 weeks. It's been 3 weeks.
Not
What you
3.
When I was in California.
You okay?
Oh, yeah.
You
All right, come on.
All right, so people pay for what they do and steal more for what they have allowed themselves to become. And they pay for it very simply by the lives they lead. Who said it?
That was a lot. That was a lot of.
Can you
That
read
was
too
a
many
lot of
words?
paying.
Too many words.
Yeah,
Can
say
you
it one
read
more
that
time.
People pay for what they do
All right.
and steal more for what they have allowed themselves to become. And they pay for it very simply by the lives they lead.
Go ahead.
Do, do, do,
Go ahead.
do,
You know what I
do,
think?
do,
I
do.
just think that we're gonna have to start studying like all of the African proverbs because
That ain't no
a
proverb.
quote.
That's just a quote.
quotes.
Ain't no way you can get that.
You know how many quotes are out there that people make?
Just
Oh,
guess.
my
Hell,
goodness.
We've
I
been
made
doing
a
this 2
quote
years so
on
long.
Facebook.
Can you just guess? We've been doing this 2
Just
years.
guess. If you don't get it, it's okay.
Sound like something that Solar would say.
Oh my God.
She came in tipsy tonight.
Oh my God.
Samuel Jackson.
I can't believe that was very funny to me. James
If you're going to
Baldwin.
laugh at our answers, then we're
James
going to stop
Baldwin.
I
participating.
know. You know what? We're gonna give you a quote.
I don't care. I ain't scared.
Let me find one.
Here's it. No, that ain't your segment. Okay, here's the next one.
Let me find. A
I have
quote.
no desire to take all black. I love this quote. I have no desire to take all black people back to Africa. There are blacks who are no good here, and will likewise be no good there. So they can keep them.
Marcus Garvey.
Oh,
Really? That's how
Well,
you
well
go.
dang, I ain't got to
That's-
guess
I
now
mean-
because I guess she got it right.
I mean,
I got one more for you.
that's how.
No,
wait
that's
a minute.
good.
Hold up. So you diss us when we get it right, and you diss us when we get it wrong. We just came
How
in.
is this?
She was
How is
just, she was
this a
just shocked that
battle?
you got it right.
But she was like,
No, let me tell you
No,
why.
she was surprised you got it right.
No,
for
let
real.
me tell you why. Because you just complained, like right before I
That
said
you
the
don't
quotes.
you don't know nothing. That
Exactly.
quotes. Everybody's a
So
million.
I'm just happy that you got it.
She was
I'm
surprised
really
you
kinda
got it.
proud. No, I'm proud of her.
She was-
You messy as hell.
She
No.
was happy. She was surprised.
you
I mean,
love that.
she's like, oh. So
You
like,
just
That's what it
complained
sounded
about I don't know
Lotus.
the quotes. I don't know.
that was a very real reaction.
like,
you
oh my
actually
God.
you actually jumped
Like,
when
oh
Solar
my
got it
God.
right.
That was really super.
Like-
Right. Okay, one more. This is
You gotta
this
get
is super easy.
Ooh.
Super easy.
Pressure.
And I could give you a clue, but then you'll get it for real. I can accept failure. Everyone fails at something, but I can't accept not trying. And if
Oh,
you
I
need
got it. Go ahead, Solo.
You go.
I got that.
See?
That's
You
Michael
can't
Jordan.
win with
That's
her.
Michael Jordan.
You cannot win with
Michael
Solar.
Jordan.
I don't know who it is.
Michael Jordan.
Is it?
Yeah, that's Michael Jordan.
Oh wow. So 1 for 1. Hey.
So we stumped. We
Right.
stumped her tonight.
We got 2 out of 3.
I want y'all to get him.
We tag team.
Oh, okay.
Can we be celebrated, please? Can we get celebrated?
You
Can we
need-
get?
you
Do
need-
we have some hand
Y'all ready?
claps?
The G and Solar.
Some kind of sound
We need some
effects?
sound effects, bro.
Right.
We need some sound
We
effects
got
next
'em.
week.
Right.
All right,
I'm done.
I'm coming in. This is kind of you know, on along the lines of the topic, the main topic. And this is my theme music for the night. I couldn't do the one I wanted to do.
Why?
Cause it would be insulting.
I just need to make sure. It don't sound like you're doing nothing.
I know.
I'm playing.
All I
It's
hear
gonna
is
be playing.
static.
You are now about to
Here we
witness
go.
the strength of street knowledge.
Uh-oh.
Now, I'm not going to play the guess game because somebody will get mad at me for getting it right.
This ain't no guessing game. This is just my theme music.
I just like to
I
guess
couldn't
all
play the other
We know
one.
that's Ice Cube.
I like to guess the music.
What's the name of the song? B? What's the name of the song? Here I come. Yeah, since we're going to talk about some law enforcement tonight. Oh, petty. I got a couple. I was pushed today. I had to unleash some petty today
You did.
on Facebook. Yeah.
Oh, was it just like real
Somebody-
stuff?
Yeah, somebody pushed me. Ladies, you can put a cell phone in your back pocket all you want. It ain't gonna make your butt look no bigger.
People don't do that to make their butt look bigger. Don't nobody think that.
So, just saying.
Ooh, okay.
And the right music can get you knocked up. So be careful.
Uh-oh.
Lotus, Solar, beware. The right music can get you knocked up.
Why are you calling our name?
Vincent can't get knocked up. I can't get knocked up.
How many female
I ain't
listeners?
either.
I
How
can't.
many
We can't get
female
knocked
listeners
up.
I ain't
we have
either.
out there?
I'm too
They
old.
not in. They not. Ladies,
Thank you.
beware of the music. It can get you knocked up. Certain songs that you love can get you to open up
Yeah,
or
because you know what?
at the wrong time.
Frankie Beverly owe me some child support. I'm just
See?
saying.
Told you. Just that simple.
He is responsible for 2 of them 3.
Really?
Yes.
Frankie?
Yes.
Silky, silky soul.
No. And then.
We are one.
And then.
Y'all won. I mean, what song can Frankie get you knocked up on?
Frankie
Oh,
Beverly?
gosh.
Oh my God.
He make you want to swing out. He don't make you
Yeah.
want to go to bed with nobody.
Well, Frankie Beverly is responsible.
What Frankie Beverly
And-
America can you help us? What Frankie Beverly song make you want to get knocked up instead of
I
swing
didn't
out?
want to get knocked up. And I don't like that term. I was married and got pregnant.
Thank
Oh.
you very much.
Yours
Thank you
was
very
legit.
much.
Like, let's clarify
All
that.
right.
So yours
right.
was legitimate.
And also Ronald Isley.
Okay,
What else you got?
TMI.
that's it.
You only
That's
got
enough.
one petty?
I gave
That's
2.
it.
I gave 2.
Oh, yeah. The cell phone.
We running behind, so
No, we not. It's 8:30. We're good.
Okay, so let me tell you, I had to look up why she only served 15
Thank you.
months. I
Thank
looked
You
it
had
up
to
for
look up
you.
what now?
why she only served 15
many
months?
Oh, okay.
elders served 15 months. She had a stance on supporting masturbation.
And what? They didn't like that?
No, the president didn't like that.
Oh man, they did a Kaepernick on her. God,
So they asked for her resignation.
ain't that healthy?
That's crazy.
It is, but
Did she come out do it on a commercial or something?
I guess she, said it like openly.
She
to
was
the
a little
public.
too boisterous.
Yeah, so she, at the time.
So our president can talk about
Grabbing
grabbing women's vaginas
Right.
and
on
get
TV.
elected,
Right.
and she can't say masturbation, pleasuring yourself, is healthy.
It was a comment that she made in support of masturbating. So I'm not sure exactly.
I'm sure everybody's in
what the
support of
comment
masturbation.
is.
So they got rid of her
or
because of
was.
that?
Yeah, they did.
I think that's
See, you
interesting.
see how interesting that was.
I
That
think
was
that's
very
crazy, ain't
interesting. Yes.
Well, I'll be
Yeah.
What
that
you
was-
be?
That was interesting.
I'll be Miss Mark.
What you be?
But she has an interesting story though.
I bet she does.
Yeah.
Is she on TV talking about masturbate, play
Like-
with yourself? I know she is. Had an
goodness.
interesting life.
She didn't personally support abortion, but she did advocate for it. So there was a lot of different things. She was.
Well,
kinda-
they didn't know that before they hired her.
I guess not.
All
Guess who was
right.
the president at the time?
Who was?
90. What was that? 90. Early 90s.
Was it
Early 90s?
92, 93.
Bush 1 was 92. Clinton was 92,
Clinton.
96.
Clinton came after Bush won.
Yeah.
Yeah, Clinton was the president.
88 to 92.
Oh, no wonder she said they was doing everything back then.
Yeah, Clinton was. Yeah, Clinton was even given what? Getting what is the political the correct term? What is it called?
Fellatio.
Yeah, in the Oval Office.
And she saved the skirt or the dress, whatever it was, and that was crazy.
Yeah, but she has to resign for supporting.
She should have. Girl, yeah,
Yeah,
no.
Minnie,
Yeah,
yeah.
They railroaded.
All right, y'all. So we ready?
We ready?
You ready?
We're
Okay.
gonna hit a couple of these current events.
Ooh.
Okay, because DACA's going to call in at 8:45. At 8:45.
Yeah, we won't be ready at 8:45, but yeah,
Well, then
he can
tell
call
me when.
in.
No, we need him to call
We
in.
got
We're ready
15
for-
minutes.
Okay, well, let's go. Come on. You start it.
The girl in Chicago.
Yes.
Her name is Kanika Jenkins. What makes this story so? The all the facts aren't out. Everybody's examining the live video that one of the young ladies. First of all, in case you don't know the story, if you've been living under a rock, her body was found in the freezer of the Crown Plaza Hotel.
In the
Chicago.
basement
Yes,
of the
so
hotel.
she was missing, and that's where they found the body. She was in this room with a bunch of friends, and some stuff was going on. It was really kind of creepy.
They was
If you
having a
listen
kickback.
to if you watch the live video, and then people trying to dissect,
That's where I got caught up.
is she screaming for help? Who are these guys in this girl's glasses? The reflection in her glasses.
What's a kickback?
I watched the video, and
I couldn't even understand it. Like, it was so many
I
different
couldn't understand
videos
it
out
either.
there. I don't understand it.
A kickback is
people
like
trying
a,
to put it together after.
Trying to figure it out.
Yeah, so the live video in itself was nothing until after she was found. So then people were like, okay, well, let's examine this
Yeah.
live video. It
And go back
could have been
and see if
happening.
we can find something.
Well, there's a young lady that's actually posting. I guess she's tweeting about it, and she's tweeting like a lot because she
I think I saw that.
you saw that
Where
so,
she was like, she heard it 20
like,
times.
she was kind
she
of like
broke
a
it
little
down.
investigator.
Yeah, she was a
Good.
hood
Hey,
investigator.
hood
Yes,
chick.
yes.
My nigga.
I
That
mean,
was
of course,
her.
she was using some profanity.
And she was doing this whole
But
time.
here's the thing. I just read her post.
Nah, you should have seen the video. Go
But
ahead.
here's the thing. One of her posts, or I guess Twitter posts that she had, put together online, was she said, "I'm not going to let this go until what's her name again?
Kanika.
Until she was like, I don't know Kanika like that, but I'm not gonna let this go until she gets justice."
Right.
And I was like, man, this young sister right here.
Oh, it's going to be justice.
And she just kept, like, she was getting tweets from, people that she's connected with on Twitter and posting and putting stuff together and talking about a red jacket and look through her glasses, just a whole bunch of stuff. Like, it was so much. So I don't know what that little sister name is, but we need more people, like her.
I had the exact opposite reaction to that.
I do
Really?
too. Go
I
ahead,
do.
Lois. I want to hear yours.
Oh, I just felt like we need more people who's gonna stand for what's right, and that's what I felt like she was doing. Like, if that girl was, well, I'm sure she was murdered if she was found in a freezer. But those guys or whoever did it, like, they can come for her, and she's not afraid. You know what I'm saying?
They ain't coming for nobody.
But that's how I looked at it. Like, she just
They was
stood
like
on
she
it.
was set up for
See, I
money.
feel
and
like-
then,
Yeah,
I
I
feel
know
like
what
a whole
Lotus
lot of
doing.
people just trying to get their 5 minutes of fame off this girl's death.
really?
Yes, like everybody want to. Y'all don't know nothing, and give the police time to get the information, because the more you put wrong information out there, the more tainted the case will be. Like, give them time. This just happened.
Yeah, but I think this girl was at the party. A kickback is like a house party,
Okay.
like a little get together that young people do.
the girl who did the tweets
Yeah.
wasn't at the party.
She wasn't at the party.
Nah.
She was talking.
She
She
like
was
she was at
just
the
she
party.
just analyzed the video.
I didn't even
over
think
and
she
over and
knew
over.
the girl.
She
She
said she
didn't.
didn't know her or
So
wasn't
how was
friends
she-
with her, but she was from. I think from what I got, I thought she was. I thought she kind of knew her, like.
No, she just said, I have a sister
other
around
people.
that age, and I have another sister.
See, it's a whole bunch of people like that don't have any real. Like, I get it, and it's cool to me. Like, try to figure out whatever. But this girl died. You know what I'm saying? Like, and everybody is jumping on this. Like, it's like, I don't know. It's kind of insensitive to me.
It's the social media blitz.
Yes.
But I didn't think you were
appreciate
gonna take
that,
that.
What was you thinking?
I was thinking, let's go to the root of the issues. Like, what is wrong with our kids to where
Well, yeah, that's
nobody
a different topic.
stops something like that?
That I do agree with. But I'm talking about
Yeah.
as far as them putting it out there. To me, I just saw when I was trying to research it. That's why I couldn't even get nothing, because the more you research it, you just get all of these random people with their opinions, and they don't really know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get the whole follow the trail, but at the same time, I think sometimes we can jump the gun, and you can think you know something and end up getting somebody else killed, and you all the way off base.
Well,
Right.
That's the police job,
That's-
though,
that's-
to investigate.
that's what-
That's a police job, but if you get random people doing that, and then she thinks she came up with it, and she say, well, this person did this and this person did that, you get somebody else killed.
Well, if anything, she's putting names out there, so because most of police, their investigation is through I can't even talk today. Social media. You know what I'm saying? So they'll get their names, they'll go talk to those people or do whatever it is that they need to do. But I just appreciate her because the way that I look at it, she doesn't want it to go unnoticed. You know, she wants everybody to be aware that, look, this happened. People are doing this. That's how I took it.
So everybody got a different.
Yeah. So regardless.
No, I also feel the same way you are as far as how do we even get here to begin with.
My stance is,
I do.
what is
agree with
going
that.
on to where, and this is what I sort of feel. What is going on to where everybody's desensitized? Like, even the kids now are desensitized to,
Oh, yes.
like, fighting and just beating each other on video and each other
death.
getting beat to death. What is making these girls just act like boys, and you listen to them, they
That's
sound
crazy.
like gang members.
Yeah.
What is it? What are we
It's
missing?
like
It's the food, steroids.
I actually think it's a combination of.
I think it's programming through the media.
I think it's that.
It's
too.
media, but
That.
like,
it's a
I ain't just
combination.
blaming the media.
Parenting.
I'm blaming
It's a combination. Of
parents. I'm
Yeah.
blaming the movie industry. I'm blaming the gaming industry. I'm blaming the music industry. I'm blaming like we have there's no lines.
The environment.
Everything is okay. What's wrong is right, and what's right is wrong these days. So the kids are like
Okay,
becoming
this is what
like
I'm talking about. Princess Queen says they had a list of names and addresses all on social media. That could be very dangerous if those statements are assumptions versus facts. That's what my concern is.
but that's not going to change.
Well, and
I
that's-
know, but I'm
that's
still
if-
saying, though, that's still what my take on
And-
those videos.
And that's only, I think it's only dangerous if civilians, like the victim, her people, or whatever, like if civilians go and take that into their own hands.
Yeah,
because
that's probably going to happen.
they're-
But that
yeah.
who wouldn't though?
I understand.
Shoot, I would. Like, if that was information, I would be so hysterical that something like that happens. I probably would. Well, I don't know. I ain't that.
I'm just
irrational.
trying to say. I mean, we got work to do.
Oh my God, we got. So
That's
much
all
work
I'm
to
saying.
do.
We got work to do. Somewhere along the lines, too many people are.
And I'm really concerned with our girls. For
Too
real,
many
'cause there's
people
no
are
femininity.
not doing their part when it comes to kids. You know, a lot of people are stepping away from
They letting these children
from
raise
kids and
themselves.
teens, and that's not. You gotta, if you a parent and you got teenagers,
Get on your job.
pre-teens, you need to
Please.
be all in their
Get
business.
On your job.
Ain't no cell phone that's private. Ain't no room where you can't walk through the
Ain't no
door.
way in the world.
Man, when I was growing up, if you came to visit me, if you wasn't a male friend, you couldn't even come past the couch in the living room. Yeah. And door closed at a certain age.
Ain't no way in the world.
Why is your door closed? Locked. Unheard of. We need to have locks on the door. You couldn't lock your door.
If you grown enough to lock it, it better be to your own apartment.
Man, please. My mama be pop through that door at any. What are you doing? What are you watching?
Your door taken off the hinge.
You go to school. She all in the closet. Everything. Man, it's too many parents giving their kids too much. Now I ain't blaming that on this situation. I'm just saying, a lot of these kids like smoking weed live and doing all that stuff.
That's
somebody needs to be
There's no
intervening.
monitoring. And then these girls, like even the one chick that was doing her post, she sounded like a dude. I'm like, where is the femininity? Where is the my nigga? You know what I'm saying? It's like I just don't. And I'm not judging because but I just want to see the softness in our females again.
You got to change the.
It's their environment.
You got to change, like you said, the media. I mean, look at the shows they're watching. Mm-hmm. Listen to the music they're listening to.
Yeah.
So it's creating. I don't even know what to call it. Like, It's creating something that's not really.
It's not normal.
It's something. And it ain't something that needs to be overlooked.
I have no idea what the circumstances are. I'm sure that as time goes, it's gonna unfold because it's a lot of pressure on that case. So I really do think that they have to. The whole community is gonna hold them responsible for really investigating that. Too many unanswered questions. Then somebody said she slipped and fell into the freezer. How do you slip and fall into a freezer?
What is she doing in the basement anyway?
In a hotel.
They'll get the truth.
Okay, now that's probably some kids
they're going to get the truth.
But they're not that young, though. She was 19.
That's young to me. But
I mean, she's a child, but she's a teenager. She's pretty close to being an adult.
Yeah.
So that's not something.
I mean, I was a teen, and we, done stuff like that, went to hotels. But if it's anybody there who think they going to rape somebody while we was there, it's like, hey, you crazy.
Ain't no way in the world.
Once the chick say no, you better back up or you going to get beat up.
Right.
What happened
or whatever happened.
What happened to the girl code? Like, there's always a girl. I know I have a girl code. Lotus has a girl. Like, what happened to the girl code? Like, if we go out together, we going to the bathroom together, I'm letting you know who I'm getting in the car with, or I may not even be getting in the car with no, you know what I'm saying?
But the girl's supposed to be her friend though, so that's the twist of it.
But that's what I'm saying.
And that's what she's saying. That's the lack of the girl code.
Right. Like, where is that? Like, that's something that's just, I don't know if it's taught. It's just something that girls do. Women do.
Yeah, it's just a little different these days. I mean, you can't ignore it. You can't justify. You can't cover it up. It just got to be dealt with. Like, if you're an adult and like you don't have your kids around or you don't have kids, let's say you're an adult and you can't have kids, I think it's your job to
mentor. For
some reason you can't have kids, you need to go out and mentor some
because somebody needs some help.
Yes. I mean, this is crazy.
All right, so and on the same but a little different, which will lead into the final topic, but excuse me, the 8-year-old boy that got lynched.
So, I just got the details on that, but I'm going to play this. This is from a news report, so everybody can be on the same page.
Next week, we'll have the capability for you to put it up there. Like if it's a YouTube.
Cool.
Then we can watch it.
But while he's looking for that, there was also a young girl, I think she was pregnant, and she got shot in the face in New York. And she's fighting for her life. So there's some type of epidemic that's going on with our young ladies, our young black ladies. I don't know what it is, but why is it okay to harm, kill, hurt black women?
That's crazy.
Why is that okay? Where are the men?
I can tell you right now, it's coming from different sources where, think about it, if you listen to a lot of the music, all of it, not all of it, but a majority of it bashes women. I mean, think about it. I mean, it turns women who are human
into
objects.
Property.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
People don't understand how powerful music is.
But you know what? It reminds me of like back in the day before you and I, women were kind of considered kind of like property. You know, like
Yes,
there was a
I
lot
agree.
of stipulations on women, and so now it just seems like it's coming back, but it's like new and improved. You know, it's like the updated, you know, G2 version of.
And the bad part about it now, it seems like now the females are in on it.
Yes.
That's the worst part.
They're
Now
supporting the
everybody's buying
foolishness.
into it. It used to be like men were maybe looking down on women a little bit. Now it's like even the
Women are
females
too.
are bashing other.
That's
It's
why
bad.
Soul Sister is so necessary.
Man,
So
I'm trying.
necessary.
So the next story is about the mixed race kid who was actually hanged by
That's
a group
crazy.
of
Teenage boys.
14-year-olds.
So I think this is the story. Hold on. Here it is.
White teenagers have released
Hold on, start
images.
over.
Family of an 8-year-old who was
8 years
allegedly
old.
lynched by white teenagers have released images of the 8-year-old. Now, his identity is protected, so we are not going to share his identity, but we are going to show you the photo of the injuries that he sustained as a result
you all can
of
look
these
on our page and see the
teenagers
pictures
putting
if you
a
don't have
noose
them.
around his neck and pushing him off a table. It is a graphic image. I want to warn you guys before I show you. Let's take a quick look.
Okay, he survived. They hung him, but he didn't die.
He didn't die, yes. Luckily, he survived, but he had to be airlifted to a hospital to undergo an immediate emergency procedure to ensure that he wouldn't die. Now, according to the victim's grandmother, he was playing with a group of children and teens when they began to taunt him with racist epithets and throw sticks and rocks at him. Now, I want to note that there were no adults present. We have no adult witnesses. We just have the account of this 8-year-old. Someone stood on a picnic table and the group wrapped a rope around a nearby tire swing around the boy's throat, then kicked him off the table. The victim
Send that
swung
link
back
to
and forth
the
3 times before he was able to free himself. None of the teens came to his aid. So, I mean, I don't know
Yeah,
what to say. This
I
is
do,
a
I
fucking
do.
devastating story. And then, you know, we have a statement from the police chief, which
Which makes it way, way worse.
Yeah.
Okay. I read the headline of this story, and I thought, well, look, wait a minute. Now, his injury looks terrible, but we need more context here. Was it friends, and they were goofing around? I remember there was a rope near a lake by our house, and who knows, maybe goofing around, you get caught in the wrong way, right? Are they friends? Are they not friends? And then how do these react? Do they take it seriously? Do they not take it seriously? We'll get to that in a second. And when you hear the details, no, it's worse than I imagined. So, look, kids have complicated relationships. I remember I used to get into fights with some older kids in the
He's
neighborhood,
dragging his on, but
and then we'd
Yeah.
coexist.
But talk about how the police authorities handled that situation.
yeah. I just think
That's where it
that
gets to.
this stuff has been part of America, but I think our president has really, well,
He brought
by,
the goons out.
by Obama being elected president, that sort of brought out a certain, type of patriotic American who showed you that they were against
You so politically
whatever.
correct.
From the 50s. The
And
American
then-
from the 50s.
And they said that after Obama was elected, like, they had a couple hundred, maybe, racist white supremacist groups, and it grew to the thousands immediately.
Immediately.
Came out
And
the
now
phone.
that Trump has been, or it might have been when Trump got elected. Like, the numbers had dwindled a little bit, but now that
Well,
Trump's
Trump
president,
has
he's like, okay,
validated all
I'm
of
with
this.
y'all. I'm okay with you doing this. Oh, it's great people on both sides, and I think what the adults are doing is spilling over into teenagers and
Right.
kids. They bring
Everybody.
kids to 3 and 4-year-olds to Klan rallies. So
Everybody.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I want to say this is a classic example of what leadership does. If you don't have the right person in a leadership role, because Trump is the leader of the free world, right? And so his leadership is causing, I mean, because we already know racism was very prevalent, you know, but it kind of lay dormant. You know, people weren't actively just out there just doing stuff, right? But now that your leader supports these things, or he appears to support these things, then everybody just feels comfortable. And I said appear because, you know.
Oh yeah, he does
You know what
appear.
I'm
It
saying?
ain't no yes.
He does. I don't even know this.
He is like saying it's cool. I'm with you. I'm not going to denounce it. They're going to give me a paper. I'm going to be forced to read this statement, but tomorrow
Right,
I'll let you
right.
know we still good.
But this is what people is getting from this. So this is media. Like our children are watching this. I had posted, I think, on your post. My comment was, people are seeing the police. You know, the people who are supposed to protect American citizens get away with killing black men. You know, so why wouldn't that trickle down
Right.
into our youth?
Exactly.
Why wouldn't, you know? So every issue that comes about now has been a race issue. And behind every race issue, there's somebody that's getting hurt. And the majority of those people that are getting hurt right now are black people. Somebody's dying or getting hurt or in critical condition or whatever the case may be.
It is. It's always been there, but like you said, it's just a pass to come out of the closet. You know, it's like
It's got to be dealt with.
back in the day when homosexuality was looked at and frowned upon so much, but then you had certain people who were stars, and it validates the lifestyle. So then now you get a lot of people who feel comfortable with coming out. It's the same. That's what we're watching.
That's exactly
It's the
what that
same.
is.
It's always been this. But now they just feel like they have a pass. Like they're validated by the person that holds the highest office in the land. So, and it's not even that we assume. This man has shown us, you know, even worse than he says. Like the big riot in Charlotte. Was it
Charlottesville,
Charlottesville?
Virginia.
Okay. He did not even stand against it. Like, he could not even take a stance against something that is that important to me. That was the most defining moment of his presidency yet, honestly, because if you can, I mean, he's done a whole lot of garbage, and it's a lot out there. But when you know, I can't do that. You're going to distract me. But when you, as the leader of the free world, cannot straight up say that this is wrong and we have to get a hold on this. All he did was threw oil on that fire. And it's just going to grow bigger and bigger and bigger. That's all that's going to happen. He can't even come back from that because he's already given them the green light. He can't come back from it.
He gave him the green light in the campaign, during the campaign.
But he really did win, because this was a straight up riot. I mean, they in Klans full formation. They torches lit.
Stickers and everything.
Yes, like at what point is that okay? Walking down that come on now. So yeah, that's extreme to me. All right, Dr. Rogers is gonna call in a minute. You want to lead into since that just goes right into the KKK.
Yeah, these are. I mean, it's the FBI has even said that there is a rise in white supremacist Klan membership that's infiltrating police departments. So, I mean, what we say is not, when black people say we have to deal with this when it comes to the cops, we ain't just making that up.
No.
Because the FBI actually has data to support a lot of, I mean, Klansmen actually go into law enforcement so they can, I mean, it's just a different tactic. It's not we're going to show up at your doorstep and just lynch you because that's a hate crime. No, we're gonna sign up for law enforcement. We're gonna harass you, and then when we get a chance, we'll kill you if we can, and hopefully or probably we'll get away with it. So it's not a mirage. It's not like we seeing something or saying something that ain't true. A lot of people who aren't of color don't understand what we mean by it's just
This
different.
is life or death, because you're also dealing with a different group of black folks. Like, those white people are, okay, here's the thing. Just like you're getting a lot of these white supremacist people, hate, all of that stuff, they coming out of the woodworks. You got a lot of black folks coming out the woodworks too, like, I ain't scared of nothing and I'm willing to die for this, and you got some movements that's growing in our communities too. Okay, Dr. Rogers, I'm trying to communicate with our guests. I'm sorry. So we have black folks and they're not scared like they used to be. Or even if they were, they're willing to die for the cause now. Whereas, you know, during slavery times and Jim Crow and all that kind of stuff, it was more the hiding and not trying to mix with the white folks and stay nice and all that kind of stuff. It was more of that going on. Whereas now, it's a lot of people. There's still a lot of yes sir, no sir, black folks in positions now, but it's still a whole lot of them that's like, oh, we're done with that. We're done with that.
Do you guys think that history repeats itself?
I do.
Do you think that, G?
If I'm from it, you're down to repeat it.
Yeah, I do.
I think so too. And what that sounds like to me, now, I don't necessarily think that there are more people that are more about it. I think that we still have that same kind of, you know, you have people that's kind of docile, that's going to lay in the cut and not really, you know, cause a disturbance. I still think you have those people today, and then you do have people, which are primarily the younger people, that are more militant, more forceful, more aggressive. So I still think that's an equal balance there, but I feel like
I don't. I think it's a lot more.
Ain't equal.
You think so?
A lot more black folks is rising up. Like, a lot more are like,
I
they're
just
rising.
think-
Look at the NFL.
I think that's just the circles that we're
What
in.
do you mean? Look at the NFL.
I'm saying
Only one person.
Because I
goes
definitely
up.
can't agree with you on that.
no. I'm saying this. I'm saying the fact. I bet you, when the NFL first started, you would have nobody to take that kind of stance at all.
That's because people
The
needed
signs
money.
of the time. No, they getting money now. It's no difference. It's the signs of the time, though. It's still black people who are getting to the point where revolution, you know, enough is enough.
So, define standing up. Because we saw the brother who stood up
It's about
Kaepernick.
by kneeling. And where did that get him, and what happened to the rest of his brothers?
Well, I think she's talking about more so militant, like
I don't get what
like
I mean. What,
action.
what's
Like
what's
actually-
action? What's action? You can't kneel.
Well,
You can't do more than.
that's more of a Martin Luther King,
yeah, I'm
Gandhi.
talking
Okay,
now.
give me
It's about
example.
the Malcolm X people that's
Yeah.
coming out
Give
of
me
the
an example.
woodwork.
Give me an example.
It's a whole
like the
lot
guy,
of them.
like the guy, the so-called sniper in Dallas.
No, I'm not talking about the NFL.
That,
No.
that's not NFL.
That's not
the,
what she's about.
That's the sniper.
That's what
in
I'm talking about. I'm
Dallas.
saying you saying like in the NFL. Give me examples of where
I can't with the NFL.
because it ain't happening. That's why.
Okay, then I'm wrong.
But you say
I ain't saying you're wrong.
You
I'm
have
just saying.
people like Michael Bennett, who even prior
I don't know
to-
nothing about
Yeah,
that.
and then
Who's Michael Bennett?
he gets body slammed in Vegas.
And he did get body
Who is Michael Bennett?
I don't know who that is. That's why I'm saying I
He
can't
plays
get into
for
that.
Seattle.
He's another.
He and Marshawn Lynch are two who said we're gonna sit down, you know, in support of
She's
whatever.
not talking about no Gundy type of approach. She's talking about, like she said, Malcolm X.
No,
Black
we
Panther.
talking about football right now.
No, we're not talking about football.
I thought you said like in the
That was
NFL.
a little example.
just-
We will not turn the
Yeah.
conversation to talk
Oh,
about
but
football.
I was addressing the
No,
football.
she-
I was saying who's standing up in
I
football.
don't know enough about it.
She just
Go
threw
ahead,
out an
V.
example.
Okay,
I
gotcha.
just wanted to piggyback on something that Solar said earlier. That's the whole reason I moved over here, because you were talking about
I can't hear.
how
Go ahead.
you were talking about how Donald Trump, how he appears to be. And I just want to say,
I heard him.
there is no appears to be. And I think it's time for us as black people to really go ahead and say what we think, which is that Donald Trump is a white supremacist.
Yes.
It's time for us just to put that out there.
Exactly.
That's what that is.
Because
He put it
not
out
only-
there.
Not only, and you just got to look at the actions of a man
That's right.
to
Yeah.
determine who he is at heart. We already know that his father was a protesting member of the KKK.
Right. So
His
clearly
father
he
and
was
he
he was
was sitting
raised.
on Pappy's lap.
Right.
Exactly. We also know that his father and he built had rental property that they would not rent to black people.
Exactly.
We also know that Donald Trump. I think I sent you the text today about the five from New York, in which he was taking out big page ads talking about these. I mean, it was almost borderline birth of a nation stuff.
Right.
We also got Donald Trump using alt-right symbolism in his text, which is, and let's not even confuse the alt-right, these are white supremacists. He is a part of this white supremacist group.
He hired one of the top.
His chief of staff, who is a known alt-right, quote, white supremacist. You only hire white supremacist people when you are a white supremacist.
Right.
So let's go ahead and take it all put it all out on the table and just say Donald Trump is a white supremacist. There is no ifs, ands,
and he's not even trying to hide it.
And that's why he doesn't denounce them. That's why he doesn't denounce them.
Because he's one of them.
He'll come back and say, I didn't mean that. All sides wrong. And then he'll come back and say, well, no, that's not what I meant either. Because he's a white supremacist.
Well, let me say this. Because that word white supremacist, if you take the root word of supremacist, which is supreme, that means greatness. That means high in order. So I don't think that we should give white people too much power by calling them white supremacists. Let's call them what they really are, which is terrorists. That's what they are.
The racist whoremongers.
But
as far as white supremacy, that is the belief.
That's their belief. But that's their belief. To us, they're terrorists.
That is the belief that your skin color,
that's an organization,
not the content of your character, the skin color that you were born with.
Words is power.
You believe that you are superior just based on your skin color. And when you believe somebody's superior, you also believe that someone else is inferior.
That is why
it is the belief that they have. Not we got to.
Yeah, but we don't need to say that though, because
that's still. I know what both of y'all saying.
We're just titling their belief system. I'm titling their belief system.
I get it.
So that's like a terror. When you call them a terrorist, they create terror. I'm titling your belief system. That's what a terrorist is. So I'm titling this person. His belief system is in white supremacy, and so he's a white supremacist. So therefore, Donald Trump has put it out there for the world to see, and just since January, because at first we really didn't know. Some people had no idea how Trump was raised.
How you don't know?
How you didn't know before that?
A lot of people didn't know until he ran for president, and then we started seeing these white supremacist acts with people at his rallies supporting him. He should have been taken out and drugged and beaten.
Right.
I mean, Donald Trump is supporting violence against minorities.
Yeah.
Donald Trump is supporting us pretty much the desire to practice white supremacy. He's supporting that.
Yeah,
and that's why the people out here feel empowered. We got one of our own up there. That's what they're saying.
Right. And they literally come out and say that.
Yeah, in your face.
In your face. And I was just getting upset because,
I understand.
About
Donald
Trump. I really do believe
saw your
the
face.
man is.
Oh, he is what he is.
Oh, yeah.
I believe you are what your actions say you are. I tell my children that. If you a lie, that makes you a liar. If you a cheat, that makes you a cheater.
Exactly.
If you're out here practicing white supremacy, you are a white supremacist, and that is what he does.
So let's listen to this little cut of it was on CNN, and it was like, I mean, it was 2016.
Can you send it to me? I want to see if I can play.
Okay.
On the system.
Yeah.
So
everybody can see.
Not only
what
have
is
we
it?
allowed,
Send it to me
I think
before
that
you
word
play it.
allowed is very interesting because I don't think that
it's on
history
YouTube.
It's
necessarily allows.
I just pulled it up
But
now.
I just think that while they're getting it together,
I can see if it'll play.
You're getting it together, or you don't?
Go ahead.
So, but I just think.
I'll be able to know if it'll play real quick just by hitting this button.
That was mortgage policies, banking policies. That was the way we built our infrastructure.
Okay.
Okay, so you're gonna play it through your phone.
Okay, come on, Jim.
So go ahead and make your point.
No, go. You go
They're
ahead.
getting to. It ain't really got to the point where.
But I just wanted to say that because I believe in word, sound, power, I think that when
that.
we're talking about certain things, we can't keep giving them that kind of power. We just can't. That's why I said, man, they're really not white supremacists. I had a long, drawn-out discussion about this with some people, and we have to call them what they really are. Just like they title people from Iraq and Iran as terrorists. No, they are the real, true, and living terrorists. Period. They just, it's almost like they psyched us out by having us calling them white supremacists. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think when we say that, we're saying that they're supreme. That's what they call themselves. So we're saying these so-called or these white supreme.
Okay,
we're not saying they are,
But that's just
because
like,
to us, we know they're terrorists.
okay, but when we call ourselves the N-word, you know what I'm saying? That's not like we're actually calling ourselves ignorant, right? But we cut that out of our vocabulary. A lot of us have.
Nah,
we cut that out of our vocabulary because of what it means. No? That's the same
I think
thing.
it's a little different, but
I don't
I
think
see
it's
what you're
different at
saying.
all.
But I don't think we give them power. I don't give them. When I think about it and when I say it, I'm thinking something down there on the ground. I ain't thinking nothing up there. That's so.
We can table that and talk about that another time.
Say folks they don't even know.
It's a power
That's the
word.
first
That's a
thing I
good
want to say. And
Yeah, it
second,
is.
we got to really begin to look at the base issues. See, there are officers out there who are willing to step up. You know, they have, when they talk about
This
terrorism,
guy's just
they
talking
say,
about
well, if you see something, say something. I say
the
to my
culture
colleagues,
of
if you
law
see
enforcement.
something, do something. Don't just stand there and watch. Don't just stand there and get involved. But see, what happens is when the officer does get involved, guess what? He gets transferred. He gets demoted. He faces some repercussions from his colleagues, and therefore that behavior does not change. See, we can deal with this problem tonight if we really wanted to step out there and do something constructive about it. Because the officers out there on the street right now, as we're speaking, they're seeing something that's wrong. They're seeing something that they know should be changed, and they should step in and do something and not turning their back saying, I don't know what I saw. I didn't see anything. You got to be responsible. We talk about accountability. Yes, I teach a class called Racially and Culturally Biased Policing, and it focuses on accountability. But if the accountability stops and is not supported by the higher ups, if it stops and this officer feels, well, I'll never move anywhere in this department if I speak out, because you understand there's a code. When you graduate from that police academy, I guarantee that you are going to be indoctrinated into a philosophy that if you don't toe the line, you're going to have some problems. And that is the bottom line. Now, we can dance around it all you want, and somebody spoke on some other issues. If you think that racism and white supremacy is not involved in police departments, you better check yourself. Because the KKK has been involved in law enforcement from where it just about started. So you can look at the historical perspective, you can bring it back to today, but the bottom line is we have an obligation. I have had more guns pointed at my head as a young man before I became a police officer. I don't even know how I made it. And when you look up to a shotgun that's pointing at you, it changes you. I knew I could never change the condition from the outside. I had to go from the inside. But let me get to my question.
After all of that, he gets to his question.
I know, right? Thank you, brother.
I have talked. I have traveled. I have spoken to police officers who have told me that they believe that black people are genetically predisposed to be criminals. Genetically predisposed. Let that sink in for a minute. And it is their obligation.
That's like they're saying it's in our genes to be criminals.
Exactly.
By whatever means
Genetically.
necessary.
All right, I want to bring it out.
So it's real. From the time I was first able to drive, I know I've been pulled over 20 times just for no apparent reason other than just driving through Duncanville or Lancaster or DeSoto, any of those suburbs. All of those suburbs that we ran to, those were places that if you even, I mean, and it's crazy to think if you know something is this way in certain areas that you want to move there. So, I mean, that's,
Right.
I don't understand that, but, you know, that's what happened. I mean, if you would go down Lancaster Road from Dallas going into Lancaster, they would literally, the cops would literally sit there, and if you were black, they would just get behind you,
That's
pull you over.
crazy to
Just
me.
black, pull you over. Didn't matter. And I used to have friends who say they wouldn't even go because they know they were going to get pulled over. And this is America, like in the 2000s.
Land of the free.
But you know,
That's still the case, though. There are
It's
certain
still the
places
case.
I won't go to because late at night, I almost expect to be pulled over.
That's crazy.
but
Hey.
you know, like even just bringing it all together, that's where the majority of the KKK went to, is law enforcement. Like those were the jobs that they were hired for.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to know that that's in their culture. It reminded me when you was playing that video clip. It reminded me just a little bit of American Gangster, and how the cops that did the right things, he already knew, if I do the right thing, I'm blackballed for life. But I got to do the right thing.
But they still shouldn't turn their money. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I wouldn't have blackballed him, but I would have been like, man, you stupid. You turn all that money in.
Turn like
Just in the back of a car, nobody, I mean.
No, nobody know nothing.
I was just saying.
You just disappeared with the money.
I would have disappeared
Hey.
that money. I would have been a good cop with money.
You wouldn't be no good cop. You couldn't
You
even
would've-
be a cop.
I ain't
Look.
setting nobody up. I ain't shooting no unarmed black man. I found some money in the trunk.
so you would have just.
I would
built
say,
the
Lord,
community
you are
center.
so good to me.
You'd have kept working.
I would
Yeah.
have took that money, yes.
And he would
And
built,
kept working
but look,
as an
he-
officer.
And he would have built
Yes.
a community center.
What else?
No way in the world.
In the
That
hood.
Why would I not?
happens right now?
Huh?
I guarantee there are cops that take drug money and nobody ever knows.
Not that kind of money. Not that big money like that was in that movie.
If that
I
situation,
bet you they do too.
I'm looking at that situation. If that situation
Greed.
happens to
They
me,
got 4 and 5 cars.
Okay, let's not get too far off the topic.
God,
The
yeah, we
point
chopping it
was-
up.
Daryl, you always do that. You always take us left
She
when we're
asked me
trying
a
to go
question.
right.
The point was, he was trying to do the right thing, but he knew that doing the right thing is going to be the end of his career. And that's a problem when you're talking about people who are supposed to uphold the law, and then you have other people who are afraid to uphold the law because if they do that in their presence, it's a wrap for them. It's a wrap for them. It's a wrap for their community. I mean, for their careers.
I mean, I heard a statistic today that I think police kill two. Man, I was gonna try to look it up. I had it, and I don't know if I still got. They like police are killing like 2 black people a day or something.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I was looking it up. I hope I'm not saying that wrong, but I was like,
That's
really?
a lot.
Or 2 a week. It could be 2 a week, but whatever is too much.
Well,
you know,
it's probably more than 2.
like killing unarmed.
If you average that out, cause say
Because
2,
it happens a lot of times. We don't know it. We don't
if
hear
it's
about it.
52 weeks in a year, it's got to be more than 100. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I'm trying to.
You know what? Listening to this kind of stuff, I mean, like each and every time, it just makes me afraid for my son.
You
And I
should
can't-
be.
Good reason.
You know what I'm
You
saying? 'Cause
should be.
he's
Like real
10.
talk.
Like in a couple of more years, he'll be a teenager, and you know how teenagers are. They out more. You know, they're not really up under your wing as much. That's a scary. It's just a scary thought.
See, I
like,
couldn't fathom being a cop and killing a child. I mean, I really couldn't fathom killing an unarmed man unless he attacked me and was trying to kill me. If I got a stunt, I mean, I don't know the rules of being a cop.
If you were,
But it ain't my job to go out and think I'm gonna kill somebody on a traffic stop. You know, who's sitting in their car. Even if they saying, cite and say, hey man, blah, I don't have to get out of my car, it ain't legal. I don't want to pull a shotgun on him and like, you know, that's just making me ready to kill him. And there's so many incidents where cops do that. Like they're ready to gun you down because it's your right not to get out of a car. You know, get your ticket, you don't have to step. So it's you do have rights as a citizen. I don't know how smart it is to, you know what I mean?
But think about
Because
the
we're not
girl,
in a place where
Sandra
we can say,
Bland,
well, it's
though.
my right to do it. They don't care about your rights.
That's what I'm saying. You stuck.
There's a little sister. Recently, I don't know. I think the guy was either an off-duty cop or he was probably a retired cop. But he got in a little tussle in the street with a black girl. Did y'all see that? It was like some kind of road rage incident. She got out her car. He got off his bike. I think his wife was on the back. And then she was trying to get back in her car, and he like blocked her, and like grabbed her, and
Totally
they started,
intimidating.
yeah, and they started tussling, like rolling around in the street, like in the middle of the street. And I was just, and this is a grown white man, and his wife, she got off her bike, but she didn't do anything, you know.
I
But-
just really hope that all of these racist cops and the cops going out gunning down kids. I mean, how do you gun down a
Any
kid? How do you
child.
just gun down
But what
somebody
do-
who ain't a
What are
threat
you hoping for? I want to hear
that they
that.
burn in hell? Like for real.
Yeah.
That's the place for you when you decide that I'm gonna take your life because I think you're less than
Because
human.
you gotta be a devil if you. I mean,
That's nothing but evil. Now,
yes.
not to
pure.
take away from the dangerous jobs that cops do. That is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about people who aren't a threat to you, and you decide to either choke them out or just gun them down, and they don't have they don't have
And abused
So I
children.
was when researching for this topic, I mean, really, it was supposed to be a lot of information about the KKK too. It overwhelms me. That's like one of the few things that is very draining for me to really research, because when you see the level of hate that these individuals walk around, I mean, and we saw it clear. Like, we know that it exists, but the fact that they are comfortable bringing it to the forefront.
It's on video now.
Stuff is really about to change for real. And I don't even know how much people really understand that. Because what's happening is that you get in these, it's going to sound so bad, but whatever. This is what I think anyway. You get in these backwoods people, white folks who think that the world done forgot about them and to treat them like they dumb and they being treated less than niggers are. And it gives them their power back. So they coming back with a vengeance. Like they want to, and that's that whole slogan of "Make America Great Again."
What the hell that means?
In their mind, it's take our country back. That's what that means.
We know what it means.
So we really in a situation. Dr. Rogers is messaging me, and I kind of felt like it was going to be a bit challenging. That's why I really was going to just try to hold him off to another week. But we'll bring him on. He's on the East Coast where they're having all those storms. So his connection is lost. He wasn't able to call out. So.
Asked Dr. Rogers, what is the court case where I think this it could be Denmark VC or something. I forget the name, but he was trying to sue because he was supposed to be free, and but the judge said, I don't want to get this wrong, but paraphrasing, that the Constitution and the laws of America weren't written for you, so you have no right.
Oh my God.
To
Dred Scott.
Dred Scott.
The
That's
Dred
what
Scott
it is.
case.
That's the Dred Scott case.
Yes, I just studied that like.
I'm going to look
2
that
weeks
up
ago.
and
What he said.
read you what the court. This was the court.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
said.
the Supreme Court said that, first of all, Dred Scott did not have the right to sue because he was not considered, he wasn't free, and free people don't.
A black man can't sue a white man.
Yeah, free people
Here it
just
is right
don't
here.
have the right to sue.
Black race has, for more than a century, been regarded.
This is history.
The black race has, for more than a century, been regarded as beings of an inferior order, and they have no rights which the white man is bound
This
to
is
respect.
Chief Justice of the United States Supreme Court.
Dred Scott's image was that individual who was denied his freedom, that individual who was treated poorly by the courts, that individual whose case the nation had lost. This is a case that split the United States in two. It could never really be healed through conventional means.
Dred Scott was born into slavery in Virginia.
Okay, I
His
know we're
long
not going to
struggle
sit up
for
here and
freedom
listen to
was
his
one-
whole. I mean, because I
like
know
1
about the
minute.
Dred Scott
Okay.
case, so we ain't
Tell
going
us.
to.
The whole point of Dred Scott was that persons of African descent cannot be nor ever intended to be citizens under the U.S. Constitution.
And that's why he wasn't able to sue in the first place.
Right. And when you have white nationalists, I know we call them by several names tonight. We've used white supremacists, but there's also white nationalists. And white nationalists, who Trump is also a white nationalist, believe that this nation is primarily for white people. It's based.
You know, primarily they think it is for them, period.
Of the Dred Scott, it's the same thing. It's the Dred Scott all over again. That's what they believe. That is the white nationalist thought process. I mean, it's crazy.
What's the definition of a white nationalist?
Google it.
It's just a term given
I just
to.
want to know the difference between that and supremacists.
It's just a
It's all the
different
same.
faction. Yeah, it's all
One of them
same.
went to college.
A lot of them believe. I mean, you
Yeah,
have some differences. Like some of the white supremacist factions will accept a certain type of white person, but won't accept you know, some you have your blood line has to go straight back to
Germany,
Scotland,
It can't
Germany.
be-
It can't be. You can't be
can't be
Italian.
Polo
You can't
or-
be. You know what I'm saying?
I said Polo.
Can't. You can't be mixed with any
Yeah,
any sort of Spanish. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So it's
you can be
Everybody
white
has
and
their-
skin color all you want to, but that'll make you
the
part of
goal is
great
the
white-
same, but everybody has a difference of who they will
My phone
accept.
died. I knew that was gonna happen.
Who they will accept as far as being a part of their group. So, I mean, it's real, and people got to know. Don't let others fool you into believing that you're not seeing
What you see,
what you see.
right?
Okay, this is a white nationalist. Okay, holds the belief that white people are a race and seeks to develop and maintain a white national identity. Their proponents identify with and are attached to the concept of white supremacy. White nationalists say they seek to ensure the survival of the white race and the cultures of historically white states. They hold that white people should maintain their majority in majority white countries, maintain their political and economic dominance, and that their cultures should be foremost.
Okay. So it's
White
all about
supremacy.
us, and we come first, and this is our land, and we want it back.
Or we want to secure the future of
Our race.
And
Right.
they're against immigration, they're against multiculturalism, they're fearful of white genocide, believing that the higher birth rates of minorities is a threat to their well-being.
And it is. It is. But
Well,
check this out. Huh?
No, go
What?
ahead.
No, you. What? Go ahead.
But for my little pea brain, it's like I can't function. I can't even fathom waking up. That's too much energy.
What?
Trying to wake up and think about
All of that.
genocide and
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. I'm saying for me, that's too much work
Do you think
to hate people every day, all day.
That is
That's
a
just
lot
a
of
lot.
work.
That is a lot of
It's a
work
lot
to
of
hate
energy.
somebody because you have to train yourself. It doesn't come natural. You have to train you have to keep reminding yourself that. I mean, because you have to be taught it.
It's taught. It's learned
You have to
behavior.
be, you have to be taught it. So you have to keep reminding yourself every day you wake up.
Or somebody got to remind
I hate
you.
blacks. I hate Hispanics. I hate Jews. I hate you. You got to just keep telling yourself, I hate you. I hate you. This book says I hate you.
It's
I hate you.
upbringing.
For me, it's like, okay, I want to eat. I got to go to work today. I need to make some money. You know what I'm saying?
But it's
Ain't got
also
time for
at a
that.
young age that it becomes a
Right.
part of your being.
What do y'all
That's what
think?
she's saying.
Do y'all think that? I know you do, but because I do think it ties in. The whole DACA, sending those children back, is all kind of under the same
That's a
umbrella.
white supremacist
Yes.
agenda. That's a
What
white
are you talking about
nationalist
sending
agenda.
children back?
DACA is it was
Those
a
children that were brought over here at a young age by their parents.
it gives them
immigrant-
coverage
Oh,
to stay.
So they're
Yes,
really
yes.
illegal immigrants, but they were really raised as Americans, and they work here.
The
And
base the basis is through no fault of their own they're here.
Mm-hmm.
So
We can't just kick them out.
Or send them to a country in which they know nobody,
Or know nothing about.
know nothing about
Right.
that country. They've been
They don't
raised
even
pretty
speak
much
the
in
language.
American society.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think it's really all the same. It's just the white nationalists trying to secure this country that they stole.
and one of the ways to do that is one of the safest ways to do that is through law enforcement.
Exactly.
You have the law on your side, you have the badge.
Kill them or lock them up.
I can
And
lock them
political.
up. I can kill them, and we have police officers who are Klan members, white supremacists, we also have judges and attorneys. We have judges who are willing to give you triple the time. Of
Police
Right.
It's-
chiefs.
Yeah, it's institutionalized, and the only way we can even start to fight it,
It's systemic racism.
more of us need to be in politics.
Yeah.
I've been preaching that lately for the last year or so.
You running?
Like,
Are you running?
nah,
I wouldn't vote
I'm
for
not.
him.
Too many skeletons in the closet.
I don't
Telling you,
vote for
what you
him.
talk about? We could have we could go to Fair Park with my skeletons. They put on a concert at the Fair Park. So I already know.
I think you
I'ma
would
get
too, because all your skeletons be out there. People could
I
relate.
I didn't grow up like, I'm telling you, it's hustlers in my family.
It don't matter.
It's everything, and I was a part of it. I didn't grow up like that.
Look.
I mean, I ain't been on the straight and narrow. I ain't got the political background.
Listen, we already know that humans, and I'm not trying to offend like all of us humans, but humans are really kind of just ignorant. Like they voted for Trump. They'll pretty much follow. You know what I'm saying? Anything. They supported Clinton because of what he did, because he smoked weed.
But here's the difference,
though.
They played the sax.
You know, yeah.
And what?
They played the saxophone.
Let me just tell you the difference, though.
So
we couldn't get away with what Clinton got away with, or Trump,
you right,
or any of the rest of
Bushes.
That's the difference.
I mean, Bush couldn't even speak. You know what I'm saying?
We couldn't. Herman Cain was running for president. They found out he had a mistress, and they said, "You better not even go up to that mic." They say, "You better not even touch another microphone."
That's crazy.
We heard you had a mistress.
No, they tried to throw former President Barack Obama under the bus when they found out his daddy was from Kenya. Like,
so I mean, it's just the rules are different. So you gotta almost just be to get to be president, man.
Think about how clean Barack had to be.
He almost couldn't make it because he was smoking cigarettes.
He was a Muslim. No, they thought he was a Muslim.
They was like, dude, you smoking cigarettes, you might not get to be the president.
We had any more comments? My phone down.
We got a lot of.
When they couldn't find stuff, they started making it up.
So, but
he wasn't born here.
Exactly.
Trump,
so look at the American people, though. Like, look what they go for. So I just really think
it's all part of the
I think
agenda.
It's all a plan. Like I don't even think any of the, not to discourage people from electing, but I think they already know who is going to be in the seats. The powers that be control all of that to me. All of it.
I don't think Obama was part of the plan. I think he literally I think he literally took America by surprise and by storm.
I think he was part of the plan.
I don't think so.
I think President Bush did such a horrible job that American as a country will almost they were willing.
If Bush
I'm gonna tell you why I think that Obama was a setup. Now, I voted for him, and I still think he's one of the best presidents that we've ever had. However, the reason that I say that is because Bush did such a horrible job. But they want to put that on. He's the scapegoat. He's the scapegoat for all of that.
What's the scapegoat?
People really,
you don't think so?
No, what scapegoat?
Right now they talk about how horrible these go in and out.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
It just came out.
They talk about how horrible the state of America is in, and they want to blame that on.
What do you mean?
Trump is putting out
this
there.
is not just Trump saying this.
What's the state?
She is saying before, when Barack Obama, former President Barack Obama, came into office.
You can say President Obama.
I want to give him his title. I want to just call him.
No, don't say former. You just say President Obama. He's still the president. He'll forever be president. Like, he's not the sitting president, but that's the title. I'm just saying that's the title.
But when he came into office, people were already saying, he's messing up the economy. Why is he pulling troops out of here? We have terrorists. People were blaming, like, when he got the presidency, we were already in a mess. Yeah, in a messed up state.
It was a mess.
Like, but he kind of inherited all of that in his presidency, and so people kind of put it on him. And I see what you're saying. So it's kind of giving Bush like a clean name.
He's not even talked about as much.
No, he's not.
For the state of the country, you don't even hear a whole lot of conversation about Bush.
And when you do hear about Bush, you hear about his life now.
I think one reason that President Obama was elected, it was because people were losing money. If it was just about military, so many people lost so much money that they didn't want another 4 years of Republicans. I'm telling you, I was one of them. I was like, is this? You have no idea how many people lost money 2008. I'm telling you, it was like we were borderline depression.
That seems backwards to me because
we were definitely.
But why would you want another Republican if you've had a Republican for 8 years and this is where you ended up? Right at the end of his term, it was the worst America had been in decades. So it was easier for him to be elected because people didn't want another 4 years of.
But they could have put Hillary in there.
They weren't gonna put Hillary.
That's why I said it. That's why I said he was taken by.
But still though, I don't know. That's just my conspiracy theory.
He rode a wave. I mean, there was a wave of popularity. The people, President Obama connected with the people. And the Republicans were not interested in voting their own back in because the economy was so shot.
It was almost a depression.
You had companies like Ford and GM on the verge of going out of business. Lehman Brothers did go out of business. Merrill Lynch was on the verge of going out of business. These stalwart companies had pretty much almost gone bankrupt by the time 2008 rolled around. And they looked at Obama. That's why everybody was getting ticked off, because they were referring to him like the savior. Like he's going to come in here and save everything. And technically, he saved a lot of stuff. To be frank, he did save a lot of stuff. And I think that the white supremacists really were upset at the fact that he was able to accomplish so much of what he did. And now they're trying to roll back everything that he did.
Yeah, they're trying to get rid of they're trying to get rid of his whole legacy.
Oh,
yeah,
his whole legacy.
You know what it sounds like to me?
That's what Trump's job is. That's why Trump got elected, because that's what his job is.
It seemed like
that's why I think that it is staged.
I don't know if I believe in democracy and the political system. I think that people
That's good. Don't be tainted like me.
I got a question for you ladies. Have you ever been? I've never heard y'all talk about being pulled over by the cop. You have?
Yes.
Can you?
You want me to tell the story?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, not.
So I don't care. And they lied, set me up, all of that. That's why. Well, anyway. Yeah, I was hadn't been in Texas that long. Got pulled over. Oh, I could tell you this story. Oh my God, this is crazy. So I was taking my mother down to Port Arthur, and this cop came behind me, pulled up on the side, then dropped back, got behind me. So clearly he just wanted to look and see who was in the car. Then, and I'm on the left lane. So then he gets behind me. He turns his light on. So he turns his light on. Nobody's in the other lane. I knew he was turning his light on for me. I got in the other lane, and then I got off the side of the highway. Do you know he gave me a ticket for not using my signal? But he made me pull over. And there was nobody on the road. I mean, so what was the original reason that you even put your lights on? You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't because of my tags, my plates, my tail light, none of that. The ticket was because I didn't use my light.
Did you get it dismissed?
My blinker. No, I couldn't prove it. No.
What about you, Solar?
That's one, but I've had a few others.
Have they ever asked you out of the car?
You've been fortunate.
I've been pulled over, but I think that it was justified. I mean, well, one time in DeSoto, I got pulled over, but they said that my license plate needed a light.
So always a license plate.
Yeah, but I kind of thought that was just some,
Or
flunky.
you don't have a license plate in the front of your car, and some cars there's no way where to even put a front license plate.
She didn't give me a ticket.
I know they was pulling you over so they could check you out. Like, that's a tactic.
Now, I did have a black cop run my tag while I was in the parking lot. And I didn't understand why he did that. He didn't give me a ticket, but he told me I had a warrant. But I don't know why he ran my plate anyway.
Did you see the video of the cops in Florida who pulled over the state attorney?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that.
I mean, and that a lot of law enforcement agencies
work for her.
They have that rule that says you can look up somebody's license plate, and that just gives you the free reign to harass. If you see somebody black in the car, you can just
No, you can't just look up somebody.
Yes,
you can.
Yes, you can run a license plate all day long.
You can run a license plate, and that's why a lot of cops get behind you. They do me like that. They get behind me, run the plate. I can tell they run the plate.
I probably had a couple cops do me like that. So I remember seeing cops behind me, but I didn't think
that's
they
a
could
legal.
do that.
That's a loophole. Running a plate.
Profiling, though, isn't it?
It can be used.
There's a big thing about racial profiling right now in Arizona. They're talking in the legislature about where they can just come in and ask to see your identification. And if you don't have it,
and that's part of Joe Arpaio's.
Who was the guy?
That's Sheriff Joe.
Who got what?
That's him. That's Arizona.
That's him.
Joe Arpaio, I think that's his name.
But see, he was profiling Hispanics just running their plates. You can't do that.
They do
Well,
it all
he
the
made it part.
time.
He made it part of law enforcement that was okay to do, and I don't know if it was the Supreme Court.
It was a state
Somebody
It
judge.
was
who
a state
had-
judge who said,
Stop the
"Stop
practice."
doing that. That's illegal." And if he didn't, and they filed charges on him, and Trump just pardoned him.
Somebody who has legal expertise need to post and let us
9:35.
know if that, because I don't think that's legal.
It's legal. The cops that pulled over the Secretary of Florida,
It is legal. They
have
Jeff
the right to
Sessions
run your
just
plates.
Implemented that law. I wish I knew the name of the law. My phone is dead. Otherwise, I would look it up. But since he's been in office, they re-implemented that law, which gives the clearance to profile.
Wow.
That's what it does. Yeah.
I can't believe it. Okay.
Why?
Because I just.
Because you believe in the red, white,
You
blue.
believe in the Constitution?
Really?
and
You
the-
gonna play me like
I'm
that?
I mean,
Why
we're
don't
trying to
you
figure out why
believe
you
it?
so surprised.
Why?
Because it's profiling.
But the president just pardoned the biggest profiler
I
in the history of the
know.
world.
And said he was just
I
doing
can't
his job.
believe it.
So,
I
let's
can't
talk
believe
about
it.
that.
It's like a cliche.
What's his
Okay.
name?
Joe Arpaio. I think that's how
Yeah.
it's pronounced.
He's not really American. Where's he from? I mean, or his people, his ancestors.
No, he's
Ain't
American.
nobody from America. That's why
I know.
all of this irritates me.
But I'm
'cause
saying
I think he was close to jail time.
the
Like
only
he's
people
about to
from
do some
America
time.
is the natives. That's it.
But that's. I mean, I really don't know. It's just some sort of evil that was planted in certain people at the start of all this. Like,
what at the
you
start
got-
of what? Like what?
of
What are you
how
going
America,
back to?
like whoever, Christopher Columbus, whoever decided to come over here and say, we're just going to take this.
England.
We're just going to kill the inhabitants of America.
Well, the people that came to America first of all were the
England.
salvages that they did not want. They got rid of them people in their countries and they came to America. So the real foundation of America is a whole bunch of criminals.
Well, wait a minute. No, because
She's talking before then.
no,
She's talking before that.
but really they.
Before that,
Well, no, that's kind of the same because even though they sent they sent their people over here, the lowest of the low, to work. They actually wanted to make money off of America, so they sent those people over here to work. England wanted to get paid, so there were corporations behind the people that they sent here. You see what I'm saying? So that's kind of
Say
what
that
it
again.
was. There's like England had corporations like people, the rich. They got a charter to come in, like Jamestown was the first settlement, right? So they got a charter to come, and they were going to make money in America. So that's why they sent all of those people, those poor people. They just had way too many. They sent them here to work for them to make money to send back to England. They were going to sharecrop and all of that, and that didn't work out because they died. They couldn't, they didn't really have the physical capabilities of doing that kind of work, or their like their makeup just wasn't conducive to this environment. So it kind of goes from there. But there were actual corporations that were behind them. So some of them came, but they sent a lot of worker bees.
Think of the kind of.
To answer your license plate question, the reason it does not violate the Fourth Amendment and is not considered an unreasonable search is because you have no legitimate privacy interest in your license plate number, which is viewable by the public, and no interest in the DMV records from which you got the license plate from. It is maintained by a government agency. Police officers also have what are called license plate recognition systems built in their cars.
What does that mean?
That means if their camera can view your plate, then it's automatically ran in some police officers.
So it can just automatically be run.
Automatically runs now. That's because, based on police, they're always looking for stolen vehicles.
So you can profile me because of.
So if I'm driving a nice car, they can just assume that my vehicle is possibly stolen.
Yes,
and
they do it all the
Yes,
time.
They have a license plate recognition system. If it's been reported stolen, it pops up. So the camera itself automatically runs, and I'm sure this is the more sophisticated police law enforcement agencies, but it automatically pops up. But they're essentially saying that license plate was given to you by the state.
But you know what surprises me? So many women get profiled in nice cars. Like the lady I was talking to yesterday, she was like wanting to do the show because she's like, I work for my company and we drive nice cars. She was telling me that she like gets tired of cops pulling her over, and sometimes they'll literally say, "Whose car are you driving?"
That's crazy because it
Like
can't be
she's like,
yours.
yes,
It can't be
she's
your
like,
car.
are you serious?
Yeah.
Like you can see it profiling in the hood. Somebody got a raggedy car. You know, you think you can get away with that? You just profile, pull them over. But so many, like the state attorney of Florida.
Yeah.
Like she was in a nice car. Like it was just a typical car. But for the cops to say, well, you shouldn't
Why
be
you say
driving
you
this
can
car.
see it? And I know that you don't agree with it, but I'm just trying to see your train of thought. Why you say you can see it when they profile if you driving a raggedy car in the hood? Because you kind of equate that to
Because this is
kids being up to no good, or
well,
what?
I'm thinking if you profile in the hood, odds are either they don't have insurance, can't afford insurance, or the car ain't registered, or you know what I'm
you
saying.
got something, you're gonna be able to get a
But
ticket.
somebody just in a nice car,
They
you
probably
would
got
think
all
they
their
would
stuff together.
steer clear of that. But so many black women I've heard recently say, cops pull them over because they're in a nice car.
Yeah.
You know, are they thinking you drug dealer or
Yeah.
you in your drug
Women?
man's car?
It's interesting.
Yes, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I've been pulled over a lot. I have.
You know what? And I think
Twice here. Wait, 1, 2, 3. 3 times here, but a lot in Milwaukee.
when he said that our license plate is pretty much property of the DMV, that made me think about sovereignty, right? And so maybe we need to do a show on this later, but we need to think about, like, what does that mean? What does sovereignty mean? What does it mean to turn in your birth certificate to the state? Like, how, you know what I'm saying? What are your rights if you do that? Your birth certificate and your
So what are your rights
card.
if you don't?
Yeah, and what are your, you know.
That's how the Moors
My
live.
brother was
I know.
sovereign,
I know.
but he
He was.
yeah, I mean he's passed, but he just didn't have any peace. You know,
Because they were at him all the time.
yes, they were at him, his group. I mean, because it's like you're.
Because you off
It's
the
not.
grid.
It's not like you trying to get your freedom, and they won't look at you as just being free. They'll look at you as you're warring against the government. You know, by not wanting to say you're a citizen or not paying income taxes.
Mm-hmm.
So they just fight against all of those wrongs against citizens, and the government doesn't like that.
So they just make it hard for you to be your own sovereign entity.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
that is.
Yes.
That,
Yeah.
and the process itself is so.
It's too
Much.
much. It's a lot.
I really would like to, but I don't even know if I'm disciplined enough.
If
to.
It's too much.
If you had a community, I think.
Because they will create a law to they will make up a reason to just lock you up
Yeah.
and make you, fight your way.
Yeah.
It costs you a lot of money, costs you a
can't
lot
A
of
lot of
Lock
the
you up
political
and do-
prisoners are. That's what that's about. A lot of them.
That's crazy. I just think we just need more information to even, like just have a discussion on that.
Yeah,
right.
we should
Yeah.
we should bring on some Moors.
Oh,
And
yeah.
yeah, that'd be good because
Yeah.
they've done that process. They are totally off the grid.
But you gotta always know
And
what
you
you're
gotta
talking
know that
about.
law,
You gotta
man.
know the
You
law
gotta
like
know
better
it.
than they do.
You got to be
Right.
a lawyer or
Yeah.
And then just
judge.
imagine though, because I saw a couple in a car and cops came up and you could tell they knew the law. The guy was quoting why he didn't have to,
But a
get
lot of
out
times
his
that don't
car.
do nothing but piss off the officer.
If that officer is on a power trip or he's racist or he's KKK or any of that, they were counting down, like they were so afraid, they were praying. They prayed for like 5 minutes where he got back up, and they were like, they knew it was about to happen. They were praying, God, don't let this happen. They were saying, giving them the law
What
stuff.
happened?
The cops busted the windows in.
Wow.
One of them came in the front with a shotgun. It was his wife was
You
driving.
saw it?
Yes, on
Send
video.
it to me.
Okay, I will. His wife was
And me.
I saved it. His wife was driving. He was on the side. He kept saying, I'm not legally bound to whatever. He
his
kept,
script was.
and he saw the guy getting mad, calling for backup. So as the video goes, now he's just praying. He ain't
Wow.
even talking to him no more. He and his wife just praying.
Wow,
Next thing you know,
here they come.
one comes in the front with a shotgun. The
Them
other
boys.
two, next thing you know, bust the glass out. Now she's screaming, and he
Golly.
drag him out the car, and the video goes off.
So you never found out what happened to them people.
Dang.
Wow.
Where was that at?
I got it. I saved it.
I wonder who took the video.
His wife was videoing. She was in the driver's seat. She videoed the whole thing as she was praying and saying, "We haven't broken any laws, you know, whatever. This is a traffic stop. We haven't committed a crime."
How recent is this?
I'll look it up.
God.
We can wrap it up, but I
Yeah.
saved it. I saved it in Facebook.
That's amazing.
So that happens all the time. And just imagine before we got video cameras, how people were done.
So, so we're like humans, like all of us humans are kind of like a slave to
Law enforcement
America
and the system. Yes.
Yeah, the American system. We're like slaves to that.
Because if that cop doesn't know the law and you're black and he sees you as beneath him, nah, they busting your window out.
Right. This is what's going on right now.
Right now. This was recent.
This is the whole reason that you see this uprise, because you got too many educated black people taking our jobs, and you know, and they in the trailer. You know what I'm saying? Like, they angry about that. You're not supposed to live better than me. Okay? We could both be poor. But I'm poor and white. You poor and black. You can't do better than me.
You're supposed to be beneath me.
And that's why I would never want to be where I'm saying I got my rights, you know, because even though I may be in the right, you still taking a chance on your life. I mean, you still taking a chance on.
You taking a
now
chance.
Your window's broken out. They're gonna drag you out of the car.
They can put any kind of charges they want on you. They can plant whatever they want in your car. They can do what they want to do, period. You're defenseless.
They can do it either way, because you're still defenseless, whether you're a citizen or you're a sovereign. Like,
but I'm saying, if you get a traffic stop, it may be okay.
Oh,
you don't have a license. And they told him it was a license plate light, too. Same thing. I've gotten pulled over for it. I'm like, I didn't even know I had a license plate light.
Right.
I'm like, really? Is it a bulb or something? Is it? I mean, but anyway, I would rather just, hey, sit there, you give me a ticket, or you're not going to give me a ticket, here's my registration. Because you just take a chance. Like, another race could get away with it. And these are not just, even Hispanic, Asian cops, like, pulling guns on black folks. Like,
it don't matter.
It don't matter. I'm law enforcement.
It don't matter.
You're a minority.
You's a nigga.
Absolutely.
OJ. Okay.
That's the new word
Still
for
a
the
nigga.
N-word. OJ.
You ready?
Nuh-uh. All right. Well, this has been
interesting.
A Blackberry conversation. This is.
I hope somebody learned something out there.
I mean, if nothing else,
it's
woke. Just you need to know what you're dealing with, right? So
that's what I say, Lotus. Just everybody needs to know what they're
dealing with.
Don't
and
let
be
people
smart.
Don't let people tell you it ain't what you saying, because it is
yes,
exactly
it is.
what you're saying. So
you know what you see, and it's real.
You gotta honor your own knowledge. You know, if
this your final.
Oh no.
Go ahead and finalize it.
You can go ahead. Say what you want to say. We got time.
Just honor your own knowledge.
Oh my God! How do you freeze up just because I put the word final in front of it?
Because it's like y'all interrupted my thought.
Oh,
okay,
I'm sorry.
go ahead, get your thought out.
No, it's good. Just honor your knowledge. That's it.
I want to know. What
we'll come back to you.
I don't know what I was.
You want us to come back to you for your final?
Nah, you good.
You good?
Go ahead.
All right.
I don't know what just happened, but okay.
Okay. I'll make up for her.
I want to know.
What's your final? Go.
I got a final.
Okay, go ahead.
Go.
My final is I'm going back. With the Chicago, the girl in Chicago, we gotta find out what's going on with these youth and intervene. Like, start back getting into their lives. Your
That's
kids,
we gotta do the youth.
We just got to
we have to.
We gotta break up whatever this is that's taking them and turning them out, desensitizing them and turning them into just people who don't care about
each other, themselves.
Yeah, where you can get your best friend set up and killed or raped or whatever happened, and that was okay, and nobody said no. I'm not gonna let you.
Right.
Because I just couldn't see myself saying.
On the male or the female part.
You ain't fixing to rape nobody
while
I'm here.
Exactly.
Nah, that ain't about to happen, bro. Me and you gonna be fighting, but you ain't gonna rape her. That's just point blank.
It's not gonna happen.
So we gotta get back to that point.
Taken care of. What else?
As far as that, the mixed kid being hanged, Man, I don't know. It's just it's a certain kind of, it's a different kind of evil that's going on in the world today. I think it's just, I guess it's always been going on,
Yes.
but now more it's televised now.
All
and
I
it's,
hear in my head is who let the dogs out, and then instead of the who is Trump.
Yeah, I agree.
Who let the monsters out?
You know
It's
what?
him,
And that
and
was
he's
attempted.
he's a real evil person,
It's attempted murder.
and God
Yeah, it
ain't
is.
sleep. God ain't sleep when it comes to him. So, just a matter of time. Watch, just watch.
With Trump.
God ain't sleep when it comes to Trump.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying
He gonna
about that.
pay. He gonna have to pay.
But and it's law enforcement. You just got to understand there are supremacists, Klansmen, whatever white nationalists. They are in law enforcement. They are in the courts. Try to stay out of the courts. Do what you got to do to stay on this side,
crazy.
because I ain't saying you have to be doing anything, but you got to cut your odds down when dealing with law enforcement. And if that's making sure you got your headlights and your insurance and registration, just don't give anybody any extra ammunition against you. I tell my nephew, man, you got to watch who you get in cars with.
Yep.
Getting in a car with somebody is dangerous. If you
Yep.
get in a car with somebody, you know they packing guns without licenses. You know they're gonna be smoking weed. That is
You
like,
in it. Whatever goes on, you
in
part
that
of
car,
it.
you're part of it. So
Yep.
anyway, that's all I got.
All right. So my final thoughts are, yep. Pay attention to what's going on. Don't let people try to discredit you when you are bringing attention to the injustices and all of that, because you know exactly what you see. It's just some people see it more clearly than others, or some people just are afraid, or they really just don't care. But you know. So we definitely have to do a better job at being boisterous about educating each other, our community, our children, as to how to win in life. And unfortunately, part of that is you got to know how to deal with the police. You really do. Like, I hate the fact that we still have to coach our children differently than maybe other races do, but I don't care how much I hate it. What I would hate worse is for one of them to be taken out by a cop because they got slick or too smart or whatever the case may be. So we have to be mindful of how to win, and the best way, in my opinion, to win is intellectually. You just got to be smarter. You got to be able to beat people at their own game. So when they want to come with all of the hostility and the drama and all that kind of stuff, and sometimes, and I'm talking specifically about a police officer pulling you over right now. Sometimes you really just, there's no way to get out of it because they fishing and they want to catch a fish. That's just what that is, unfortunately. However, you minimize your chances at the situation escalating if you know how to deal with the police properly. So we did a show at a HighVibe show at Brick House in the summer. I would say maybe July. No, maybe August, July. Anyway, and we were talking. We had officers to come and talk to the children. It was for the teen scene, and they talked to the children about the proper way to interact with law enforcement. Now, what I do think we need to do is bring them back and have a real conversation with that. Like, how do you, because they know you need officers that are not going to act like it's not what it is, but just educate the children as if they're educating their own children. Because they know both sides of it. They know about being an officer and they know about being black. So they need to talk real, like we started the conversation off, with the cops that will be willing to stand up to those who are breaking the law when it comes to social injustice and racism and all those kinds of things. But we still have to educate our children because you're going to deal with it. The chances of a black male child going all the way through adult life without being pulled over, I don't know, not one. So You know what I'm saying? Like that's almost like one in a million. I don't even know. So obviously we have to be prepared for that. So do your homework, pay attention, keep your eyes open, and believe it when you see what you see because it's real. Hate in the world is really real. So our best chance, in my opinion, is to get out our youth for real. That's our only chance. But there's some rising up that's not willing to take that no more, and they on the rise. They are. So that's all I got. That's our time tonight on the Black and the Berry. Hopefully next week Dr. Rogers will be able to sit in with us. He always brings a lot of knowledge. Anything else? That's it. We out.
Peace.